Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Rennie. I'd like to welcome you to English 101 for the fall semester 2020 here at CCP for the 10-week session. This is the start. This is our first week of the 10-week session. And just a couple of things I'd like to point out to you and highlight, and also just be able to put a face to a name, since otherwise what we'll be doing for this class will be online uh, and a little maybe less traditional than what you were used to. And I just want to make sure that you're aware of some of the things that you need to be looking for and looking at and reading through in order to get started and get on your way for this 10-week session. So I'd like to share with you now our Canvas site and look at the English 101 modules where you're going to be starting for this 10-week session. So as I share the screen with you, what I want to highlight is that when you go onto the Canvas course page, you have two what are called modules for this week. So one is the introduction to the course module, course documents and overview of course. You want to make sure you read each of these parts. Each of these parts is known as a page. Every module will have multiple pages. Most of the time they'll be introducing assignments to you. It'll be a short quiz. It will be a discussion board. And what we're looking at to start for English 101 is that you have a welcome page. You have this welcome video, which I'll be placing into this module as well. All the policies and procedures, the syllabus for the course, all those things that you're expected to complete in order to maintain good progress for the class. Expectations from me, including communication, which should always be through CCP email, through Canvas communication, if you want to reach out to me, as well as what you can expect in terms of a reply. Understanding the grades on your papers. So we especially talking about that and thinking a little bit more about that as a first assignment work gets underway, which will begin this week and continue through next week, as well as an introduction for you to something called turnitin.com. Since we're a class that involves your work with sources, it's important in the work that we're doing here to differentiate what are your thoughts, what are your ideas, what's your voice, and what are you indebted to, making reference to, or drawing from the sources that you've read. Right, so a lot of our work then is going to be with your voice, engaging in a critical conversation with the work and ideas of others. And then to finish off this intro to the course module, you have a README section, which as it's there in caps, 2 exclamation points, make sure that you read that after you go through those other pages that precede it, and then you're signing your agreement that you understand how this course is set up, right? Because as an online class, it's important that you are aware of how things are working and running for this 10-week session. And then just to finish off my welcome to you and introduction to the class, there's also then the week 1 module. So this is where you're going to find the assignments for the week. You're going to find the homework. You're going to find there's a short quiz on they say, I say, and then there's a gradable discussion. And that's where I want to just explain a little bit further as I wrote to you in my message in email to the class. So for the gradable discussion for each week, your response is due by Thursday night, right? So that's you writing a response to our main course text, in this case, Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers, right? So that is due, in this case, Thursday night, October 8th. And then you're going to write some responses. So because we're an online class, this is how our discussions will take place. This is how we will interact with one another through the discussion board. So in this case, you'll then have a few days to take a look at and respond to a few of your classmates' posts. So things that stand out to you, things that get you thinking, questions you have about what they wrote, you'll then post a reply to some of your classmates' work. All right, so you see that it's worth 2 points as explained in that page. 1 point is earned by what you post, your own response, your original response, Thursday night of each week. And then you earn the other half of those points in your replies to your classmates. Okay, so make sure then that you're always coming into to Canvas. Recommended that you're doing this work on a device that's not a cell phone, that's not your phone, smart device, because it's limited how Canvas appears and what you have access to if you're just using a smartphone compared to, say, a laptop or a tablet. Okay, so just something for you to be aware of for access to the full Canvas experience for the course. Okay, and then every week a new module will be open at the beginning of the new week. So right now you can only see the introductory welcome module, course documents and overview of course, and the week 1 module. Yes, it's a 10-week course. The other modules will unlock and be visible to you. I mean, I can see all of them because I need to have access to them, and they're there. But because the fact that I want to make sure you're focused on each week's work, and the work that we do is building on what came previous. So we're developing skills, we're putting them to practice, we're developing them and building upon them. Each week will unlock when the new week begins. All right, so week 2 will unlock at the beginning of next week. All right, so everything you need to get started for this 10-week session is available to you now. Welcome to the class. I'm Dr. Jeff Rennie, and I look forward to working with you for the duration of this semester. Take care.